afternoon everyone. Hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to learn about the different type of cover setup. So basically there are two type of cover setup which you will see in the restaurants. The first one is a la carte cover setup and the second one is Tablady Hood cover setup. So first we are going to discuss about the a la carte cover setup. A la carte means according to the menu or according to the card. So this type of cover setup is done in the restaurant which are serving a la carte menu in the restaurant. So basically the main purpose of doing this cover setup is to make the restaurant on table look attractive and pleasant. So let's demonstrate the a la carte cover setup.
Good afternoon students. Today we are going to learn about the a la carte cover setup. A la carte means according to the menu or according to the card. So our solver is ready with the required CGS and linen, and the table is already laid with the center alignment, the crude set and bud wash. So let me demonstrate you. First of all, we will place the B&B plate at the left hand side. Then fish knife at the right hand side and edge of the knife towards the food. Next comes fish fork at the left hand side. B&B knife on the B&B plate, again the edge of the knife towards the food. Then comes fish plate with serviette at the center of the cover. And at last we will place the water goblet at the tip of the fish knife. So students, this is our classical a la carte cover setup. So good afternoon students. Now we are going to learn about the Tablady Hood cover setup. Tablady Hood means table of the host. In this type of cover setup, the table is set for a fixed menu. So our solver is ready with the required cutlery, crockery, glassware and linen, and the table is already laid down with the center alignment, a crude set and bud wash. So let me demonstrate you. First of all, B&B plate at the left hand side of the cover. Then we will place the joint knife at the right hand side, and the edge of the knife will be towards the food, and joint fork at the left hand side. The next thing is fish knife beside the or next to the joint knife. The edge of the knife again will be towards the food, and fish fork at the left hand side next to the joint fork. Soup spoon at the right hand side next to the fish knife. Dessert spoon at the top of the cover. The handle of the spoon will be toward the right hand side, and dessert fork below the dessert spoon. The handle of the fork will be towards the left. B&B knife on the B&B plate or bread and butter plate at the left hand side, and the edge of the knife will be towards the food or toward the left. The serviette at the center of the cover, and water goblet at the tip of the largest knife. So students, this is the Tablady Hood cover setup. Thank you. Okay students, so far we have learned about the a la carte cover setup and Tablady Hood cover setup. So now we are going to learn about the basic cover setup. The basic cover setup, it is usually found in all the food and beverage service outlet. So our solver is ready with the required cutlery, crockery, glassware and linen, and the table is already laid with the central alignment. So we have crude set and bud wash. So let me demonstrate you. So first of all, we are going to place the bread and butter plate at the left hand side. Then all-purpose knife at the right hand side, and the edge of the knife will be towards the food. The next is all-purpose spoon beside the all-purpose knife. The next thing is all-purpose fork at the left hand side. Then comes the bread and butter knife on the B&B plate or bread and butter plate. Again, the edge will be towards the left hand side or toward the food because we place breads over here. The next is serviette on the center of the cover and water goblet at the tip of the knife. So students, this is the basic cover setup. Thank you. So students, we have learned about the different type of cover setup. The classical a la carte cover setup, the basic cover setup and classical Tablady Hood cover setup. So let me remind you some key points or key feature of the covers or what exactly is cover is. So the cover is the minimum area allotted on the table for one person to dine and to lay down the cutlery, crockery and glassware for him or her. So the size of a la carte cover is, the length is 18 inches and the width is 24 inches. And for the Tablady Hood cover, the length is 18 inches and the width is 27 inches. All the knives are placed at the right hand side, all the spoons are plates at the right hand side and all forks are plates at the left hand side. The B&B knife is exception, that is placed on the B&B plate on the left hand sides. So these are some basic points to remember while laying down the cover. So students, we have learned about the a la carte cover setup, basic cover setup and Tablady Hood cover setup. Hope you have learned out of it and you will practice at home. Thank you.